How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone having a good time? Well, my name is Matt. I'm a volunteer here at Sam's Hope. I just want to bother you guys for a couple minutes just to go over Sam's Hope, who we are, and what we're doing, and what we plan to do, and what you guys can do to help us out as well. Okay? So I'm going to give off by giving a speech, and after the speech we're going to show a video of everything that we've done so far. So thank you. So first off, I want to thank you all out for coming out today and for supporting our cause. I would like to take just a few minutes to provide you with some insight on Sam's Hope, specifically on who we are, what we do, why we do it, and what our vision is for the future. I will begin by addressing the questions of who are we and what it is that we do. Presently, Sam's Hope is a collection of parents and volunteers who work diligently to develop and organize social events that produce families who share common fears and tribulations with one another. We work to provide safe, there goes one. We work to provide safe, fun, and productive activity events for special needs persons and their families. We strive to incentivize communal harmony and to offer a message of joy and hope. Why are we here? Well, to answer that question, I have to introduce you to my friend Sam. Sam, raise your hand. Sammy was born in 2001 and came home to a loving family as a foster baby at 5 weeks old. Unfortunately, he tested positive for cocaine at birth and could not go home with his biological family. By the grace of God, in 2004, he was adopted. But consequent to his cocaine addiction at birth, Sammy is diagnosed with severe developmental delays, early onset bipolar disorder, and autism. Sammy's diagnosis has brought about many struggles throughout the journey of his development. His disabilities bring about violent rages and outbursts during times of unfamiliar and overwhelming environmental factors and influences. His ability to cope with emotional discomfort is a far more arduous undertaking than it is for you or I. This behavioral and emotional endeavor has greatly reduced his welcome at social gatherings, whether it's familial, church, school, or field trips. Sammy and his family have lived in almost complete isolation throughout his entire development. The constant battle and seemingly endless struggle even brought Sammy's mother, Cindy, to a point of complete surrender. She began to pursue locating a permanent residence for Sam. I'll provide you with her own words of that hopeless period of her life in order to better illustrate the overwhelming obstacles for families like Cindy's in obtaining a stable, permanent place of residence for their children. I quote, "When I reached out to Perform Care, I didn't expect to hear what I did. I was told that they can place him in a database and then we wait and see if a home chooses him. But because of his behaviors and level of care that he requires, he will more than likely never be chosen. And if he is, I won't have much of a selection to choose from, so I better take whatever I'm offered." End quote. Ladies and gentlemen, these terms and conditions are unacceptable. The realization of Sammy's potential is laborious, it's grueling, and it's filled with ups and downs. But his potential is obtainable. Sammy came an awful long way from his more youthful years. There was a period in Sammy's life when his violent autistic tantrums were a daily occurrence. A day did not go by in which the staff at his school did not end up restraining young Sammy until he had calmed his emotional fits. Not long thereafter did the next outburst occur. Because of this constant instability and inability of self-control, Cindy could no longer even enter a supermarket to pick up food for her home. Her family became completely dependent on the goodwill of their relatives, their neighbors, their church, members of the community for obtaining simple commodities such as milk and eggs. Today, the story has changed though. Sammy has changed. Today, Sammy's autistic tantrums have become a rarity. Today, Sammy goes out to restaurants, he goes to grocery shopping with his mother, he goes to the toy store, and when his mother cannot afford the toy that he wants, he understands. If any of you have an autistic child, you understand how much of a miracle that is. He says, I'll save up money so I can get it later, Mommy. And that's right. Today, Sammy works. He earns an income. He takes on responsibility. He participates and contributes to his community. Today, Sammy is a man. Discovering and harnessing the gifts of boys and girls like Sammy is a lifelong journey, but isn't ours as well? Are not our own pursuits towards personal betterment just as burdensome? How many times have we failed? How many times do you perceive yourself to continue to fall short? Are you and I not deserving of redemption? Should we be condemned for our shortcomings and outcasted from society? Should we be placed away and forgotten? Of course not, and neither should Sammy. Neither should your son, neither should your brother. Neither should your daughter, and neither should your sister. Sammy's own testimony is a message of hope. It's evidence that there is not only hope for him, it's a confirmation that what is seemingly impossible for your loved one is an achievement that he or she is capable of obtaining. Impossibility is a fallacy. Nothing is impossible for any of God's children. We at Sam's Hope believe every single person living with developmental disabilities, is an individual born with a divine purpose. They are all individuals with God-given gifts and talents just waiting to be realized and cherished, like you and I. So this brings me to our vision. Sam's Hope will be a place where people with disabilities can pursue their dreams just like the rest of us. A place where each person will be given the level of assistance they require to live their life to the fullest. A place to feel safe and comfortable. They will be given a larger family in addition to one that they were raised with. We will offer opportunity for them to be out in the community with the required and proper supports. We see Sam's Hope as a place for families to find much needed respite, where they can leave their loved ones and know that they are well cared for and busy doing whatever it is that they enjoy doing. We will not be like a state-run facility where they are moved around from home to home. The residents of each home will be compatible with each other. And if for some reason a resident needs an extended period of time in a hospital or any other facility, his or her spot in his or her own home will be held and preserved for his or her return. It is not a home that they will return to. It will be his home. It will be her home. We believe that the most devastating fear for parents with disabled children is what will happen to our children after we can no longer care for them. What will happen to them when I leave this life and enter the new? It is an absolutely terrifying thought, especially when you realize that what is out there and available would not be appropriate for your child. That's why our ambition is to build homes centered on Christ. Homes that provide friends, family, and support, not only for our disabled residents, but for their families as well. Homes that offer opportunities to learn, to grow, and pursue dreams, gifts, and talents the way God intended for each and every one of us. We foresee large adult-sized playground equipment for Sammy and others like him who enjoy playing well into their adult life. Most families reaching out to Sam's Hope have one anxiety-provoking struggle in common. They are lonely, and they are isolated. Sam's Hope desires to alleviate some of that seclusion by providing monthly activities for special needs children and their families. It's a great way to get out and to connect with the other special needs families, and everyone is welcome. We hope with your assistance, your contributions, your prayers, and God's grace, that we will soon obtain the funds and resources requisite to erect our first home and make Sam's Hope, and to make your hope become realized. Please join us. Let's build a future together that offers a chance for purpose and fulfillment for all of God's people. Thank you.